Orleans traffic 4 flight 539, taking runway 31 for departure, departing the pattern straight out, headed to Lawrence for the Breakfast Club this morning.
Have a good one, Sonny.
Thank you, David. Good morning, Columbia approach, 4 flight 539.
4 flight 539, clear approach. Ramp up the class rise here, please.
Yes, sir. 4 flight 539 is a RANS, Romeo Alpha November Sierra, S6, just departed Hamilton Owens, climbing through 1,000 feet, requesting flight following to Lawrence, Lima Uniform X-ray for the Breakfast Club this morning.
Hey, Lawrence traffic, 4594 Foxtrot. We're heading in from the east. It's not looking too good, is it?
And Lawrence traffic, 4 flight 539 is 18 miles to the east, and it looks like there's a curtain of fog right close to Lawrence.
120 Zulu is a Super Cub circling over the field. I can see the runway. It's getting out a little bit. I can see the entire runway, but it is low.
And Lawrence traffic, 4 flight 539 is turning left downwind to left base, runway 26 at Lawrence.
Lawrence County, experimental 7747 will be number 2 behind the infamous Stony Hood.
And I'm turning short final and I've lost the runway. And 4 flight 539 is going around. And 4 flight 539's got runway 8 in sight. We're going to try to do a close-in, short base to final, runway 8 at Lawrence.
Lawrence County, experimental 7747, downway for runway 8.
You'll lose it momentarily on final, but you can get a line, you can get down.
what you done to me, but I know you taste like summer, and that's all I need to love you. Midnight energy feels so good when you're kissing me, 'cause I know you taste like summer, and that's all I need to love you. I can melt when you're walking away. Hold on, the wave I'm riding, crash into you beside it. Coming, can we keep it coming? Hey, breathe in, we're going higher. I feel you holding on to me a little tighter. Get your hold on tighter. Give a look and I'm gone like a breeze when the heat is rising. Knock me off my feet. I don't know what you done to me, but I know you taste like summer, and that's all I need to love you. Midnight energy feels so good when you're kissing me, 'cause I know you taste like summer, and that's all I need to love you. I can melt when you're walking away. Oh baby, I could swim in the beat till the morning. Oh baby, making love on the beach like we stole it, and I'm floating in your ocean. Knock me off my feet. I don't know what you done to me, but I know you taste like summer, and that's all I need to love you. Midnight energy feels so good when you're kissing me, 'cause I know you taste like summer, and that's all I need to love you. I could melt when you're walking away.
the meeting started this morning? How many got enough to eat? Yeah. Well, in that vein, we want to take time to thank the folks that came out early and got us fed, fixed all the food. That's the hardest part about the Breakfast Club. All we have to do is come here, sit and eat. These guys came out, they did the work, so let's give them a big hand. I also want to thank the folks here at Lawrence for having us. Last time we had it in this hangar over here. This is a big improvement. And I'd like to get the gentleman that's running the place to give us a little bit of input on what went into building the building and what took to get it done. A little bit of history by who it's named for.
What is it? You're playing.
And tell me your name, sir.
Bud Boyer.
Bud, tell me through it.
This Bud's for you. I don't know that I can give a speech, you know, kind of shy.
Not dead, Bud.
But we do appreciate you being here. After we got all this stuff together, it's been awful if you hadn't showed up. But we thank you for it.
How many people do we have here today who have never been to a Breakfast Club before? Very good. We have more and more every week. Y'all are now lifetime members. This organization started back in 1938. It is, as far as I know, one of the oldest continual flying groups in the country. Depending on who you ask, there may be one or two a little older, but we started in 1938 in Orangeburg by a gentleman named Thomas Summers. He was a local businessman, and he at the time flew an Irkut. And the reason he started flying on Sunday mornings was he was looking, because he was so busy, he was looking for some time that he and his daughter could spend together before church. And that's why we still have it on Sunday mornings. And he and Sylvia would climb in that little Irkut, and they'd go to a different airport, maybe not airport, every other Sunday morning. And not long after they started doing that, some of his friends who were also local flyers found out what he was doing, and they'd call him on Saturday night and said, "Tom, where are you going tomorrow? We'll meet you." And they went to different airports. Back in the late 40s, early 50s, we had a little bit more flexibility about where we could go. So one Breakfast Club was sponsored by Beaufort County on the beach at Hunting Island. And they brought out trailers with tables and chairs and food. They had about 25 planes sit land on the beach down at Hunting Island. And in the early 50s, Lamar wanted to have Breakfast Club, but they didn't have an airport at the time. But they said, we've got a long straight road. Railroad Avenue is about a mile and a half long. Why don't you just land on Railroad Avenue and turn right off onto Main Street? And that's what they did. And they backed the airplanes up, put them in parking lots, put them up against storefronts, went into the have breakfast in the restaurant on Main Street, and then they block off the traffic, taxi back down, and take off on Railroad Avenue. And we do have pictures to support both the Beaufort beach landings and Lamar. They're on the website. And I think one of my favorite ones is the retail bonanza at the local gas station getting gas so you can take off and come back home. You don't see that very much anymore. But we have a great variety of airports into which we fly for the Breakfast Club. The last time we were in Florence, several months ago, one of our loyal members who flies a Cherokee 6 into the Breakfast Club decided to bring another airplane to the Breakfast Club. He brought a C-17 into Florence. And it was so neat to watch him land. He came over, did what he called a combat approach and landing. And I don't know how many of y'all have ever flown into a 2,000-foot strip. He was down and stopped in 2,000 feet. That's an amazing airplane. The other aspect, we got a tour of the airplane. We got to walk and crawl all over the whole thing. It's interesting being in an airplane you can put your airplane in. It's just amazing. But we have a wonderful variety of airports. If you come often enough, like Gerald Ballard, our past president, used to say, you won't need a chart.
because you'll know where you are by looking down and seeing the man's outhouse and knowing which way to turn to get to where you want to go from there. So I want to thank everybody here for coming, and especially the ones who are first timers. About the ball. How many of you have never heard of the ball? Well, Thomas Sullers, not long after they started the Breakfast Club, came up with an idea to recognize the pilot who came to the Breakfast Club meeting who made the worst landing. And if you made the worst landing, you'd have to sign the ball, take it home with you, and bring it back to the next meeting. Well, between 1938 and 1946, they lost so many balls because the pilot that signed it would never come back that the president just started keeping it. And Gerald famously went through 3 or 4 airplane wrecks with the ball in his airplane. He says he flipped Barron at the end of the runway or one of the places he stopped with the ball. And it got to the point where so many of our pilots were making good landings, we had to broaden our scope of reasons to sign it. So the first thing we did was target the tailwheel pilots. And then they started making such good landings. We started using it to honor young people who were achieving goals in aviation, certificates, ratings, solo. We also broadened it to people who were flying unusual or unique airplanes. We've had any number of biplanes, antique biplanes, jets. The crew of the C-17 got to sign it in Florence, because that is by far the heaviest airplane we've had in the Breakfast Club. How many of you know the gross weight of a C-17? 585,000 pounds is what that airplane grosses at. That's it. Yes, ma'am.
So you're telling me that it's now an honor to sign the ball?
There's no ridicule involved. And like Gerald said, it's all done in fun.
So now the early signers of poor landings are coupled in with the honors.
Absolutely.
Right? Okay.
Yes. I have a candidate for the ball this morning. And
Oh, sorry.
be careful where you point that thing. Somebody told me that a lady who came in the biplane led 2 other airplanes in behind her. Is that true?
1.5. The other one's in Monty's hangar.
I see. Well, if you don't mind, I'm going to get you to sign the ball.
I'll sign it for extra copy.
Don't forget, it's an honor.
It is an honor.
That's okay. My landing was great anyway.
Because not only is it a unique airplane, it's a biplane.
It's a biplane and you don't see very many of them anymore.
And it's so much fun just to scoot around the countryside in a cockpit biplane.
They are very fun.
What is your name?
Stephanie.
Stephanie.
Geisler.
On Stony Twist.
Nice to meet you.
You too. First number's a 0. Gerald used to draw this out for about 20 minutes. Next number's a 1. Still in? I don't hear any enthusiastic gaze.
We're still in it to win it.
Third number's a 3. Fourth number is a 9. Fifth number is a 1. Last number is a 6. Who's got 916?
You can still
All right. Well, if nobody has anything else they want to bring before us, let's thank the people that cooked us one more time and the people that had us here. Give them a hand. And y'all fly safe on your return trip home. We don't have any fog to deal with now, so it should be a piece of candy. Thank you for coming. Yes, sir.
County traffic, 4 flight 539, taking runway 8 for departure, departing the pattern area to the southeast. Thank you guys for having us for the Breakfast Club this morning.
Well, we really enjoyed having you. Thanks again.
We will be back.